Hello. Uh, Currently playing Minecraft right now, trying to terraform this little hill so I can flatten it for a farm for like wheat and potatoes, carrots, stuff like that. And while I'm doing that, I'm just gonna be like randomly just talking about just like practically anything, and I'll probably post this on Fastest Gaming FPS for like the seventh consecutive non-FPS video I've made on that channel. And the topic we're talking about is I don't even really know. Let's talk about Fantastic Four. How about that? Uh, I feel like the Fantastic Four is really like slept on ever since Marvel Studios, like the MCU and stuff like that, started off with the Avengers. Then the X-Men had their own little thing, but I don't think people watch X-Men as much as people do uh with all the Avengers stuff. But with the coming Doomsday movie that's labeled as Avengers Doomsday, I feel like Avengers has just taken this role of being like the encompassing main superhero team within Marvel. And I haven't watched all that much Marvel yet to have a good sense of what I'm talking about. But I feel like that like shadows over like all the other Marvel like superhero fighting groups such as X-Men, Fantastic Four, heck, maybe like Agents of Atlas too. Even though like probably like not even 500,000 people know about them. Like I didn't even know about the Agents of Atlas until Marvel Rivals. So my thoughts on the Doomsday movie is probably similar to like everything else I've seen online about it. Essentially, Doom or something is gonna like come in at the last second or like probably like the second half of the Fantastic Four movie. He's gonna be posing this bigger threat, and then that's when Fantastic Four has gotta like do something about it. They realize like this is like beyond them, and they travel to other universes such as the X-Men universe and the MCU universe. MCU universe. Okay. Uh, and essentially, well, here's what I think. I think that the Fantastic Four universe is going to not be saved. And the reason I think this is because they have already left their universe to go to the MCU. And my thoughts are because Marvel usually sets up like an A plot, B plot, and like all these like subplots too. So half of them go to uh the X-Men universe, and the other half go to the Avengers universe. So what's going to be happening is that they're going to warn each other of the threat of doom, and then we might have like a little scuffle with like uh Avengers versus X-Men for like maybe a little bit, and then they're all going to like make up, and then who knows? Because I don't really see Doom as that big of a threat. I feel like there's gonna be a more deadly underlying threat than just Doom. Perhaps like whatever he's playing for like all the multiverses. Or like he might be assembling like is there a like a Doom syndicate or something like that? That might be what he's plotting. Having some like other villains alongside him to make it more interesting. And we still have Secret Wars to worry about. So Doom might win, and then his plans lead into Secret Wars. Again, I haven't read Secret Wars, and I have probably not even the slightest idea what's going on there. But I think it's gonna play similar to Infinity War. And I do not know how to feel about that. It's like they're always trying to chase that high that they had when everyone was so hyped about Infinity War. When it comes to recasting uh Tony's what's his name? Robert Downey Jr. as Doom. I don't think Tony Stark was ever Doom. It's probably just a different different universe. Like maybe like the the Tony Stark that we know from the MCU is not Doom. I'm probably gonna be insanely wrong on that, but that's what I believe. What I believe is that the Doom that we know is going to be essentially the Tony Stark of the Fantastic Four universe. That something went wrong and now he's a villain. Like it does I care less about why he's a villain. I just care that he was a Tony Stark of that universe, but then he became Victor Von Doom. I'm actually not sure about this, but I think I read somewhere that there was a comic where Doom and Stark switched bodies and Doom became a hero while Stark was like a villain. Of course in like their own respective bodies. 'Cause I guess like another thing with the Fantastic Four universe is that they had to had their powers already received by the cosmic rays. So we're obviously not going to see that, which means we're probably not going to see Doom either. Another thing that we're not going to see is the Maker either. I mean, that would be insanely epic if we got the Maker being like one of Doom's like partners in crime. But that's a highly unlikely possibility. I'm also really hyped about the new Daredevil season, Daredevil Born Again season 2. Uh, what I don't like about it is that it's called Daredevil Born Again season 2. Unless they do some like weird Thunderbolts thing again where like they change the name of the series after they finished filming it or they finished broadcasting it to like the whole world. And then they immediately change all the posters and stuff to say like uh Defenders Born Again. Shit title, I know. But I'd rather have the Defenders than just Daredevil. Because, like, where even are the Defenders? Where is Luke Cage? Where is Jessica Jones? Iron Fist, uh, I haven't seen Iron Fist, but I heard that like his like character portrayal is like not as good as like he is in the comics, which I kind of agree. He kind of just looks like just a guy. He doesn't even have like the classic Iron Fist suit. Maybe we can have like an Agents of Atlas Disney show. That'd be cool. I'm a Luna Snow main after all. Speaking of Luna Snow, I've I've barely played Luna Snow in Marvel Rivals season. I think I have less than 2 hours on her, and I think she fell from being top 3 most played characters in this season. Because I have 5 hours on Ultron. No, not Ultron. I have 5 hours on Spider-Man. I grinded him from agent to captain just to learn how to play him. And sure, like my stats might be atrocious, like I think 31 to 67. But if you isolate season 2 on its own, I think I win more often than I lose. It might be like a 55% win rate on my Spidey. But then again, that's also quick play. Another thing that I hate about like Marvel Rivals in terms of just like quick play is that I'm matching with fucking like Celestial Grandmasters in quick play, and I'm fucking Diamond 3, and these guys are like just yelling as if we're in comp. Like, shut up. You chose to play quick play, so you're gonna get like a person who's not playing a character that they normally play. Like, I was playing Squirrel Girl for like about an hour because like she was close to getting Lord or not Lord, Captain. So like I decided to play for like a couple more games to get that. And like they're blaming me for literally anything. Like no heals. Yep, it's Squirrel Girl's fault. Uh we have a negative Spider-Man. That's still somehow Squirrel Girl's fault. Even though I had the most damage and I was like I think I had like the second highest amount of final hits. Dude, Spider-Man went 0-3 for the first 5 minutes of the game. Our Mantis had 200 healing first 5 minutes of the game. Like, I'm clearly not the problem. Like, sure, if I played a main support, that'd just be no fun since it's quick play. Like, if I'm playing support and quick play, it's probably going to be Ultron because he's the most offensive support there. Maybe Adam Warlock because I'm trying to learn all the characters. And I just don't know why people get angry. I mean, granted, I do get angry when people just don't even play the roles. Like, okay, if you have like shit accuracy and quick play, I don't really care. But if you have 200 healing in the first 5 minutes as a character that you only just have to like look at the character, heal them, and like they get passive heals for like 5 seconds, and you only get 200 healing for 5 minutes, then that's definitely a problem. Like I was a season 0 Mantis main, and like what I usually do is make sure it's like 50-50, and then after like there's clearly like a team diff, I switch to like probably like 60-40 depending on if we want damage more or heals more. Like if we're getting like our shit rocked, I'm probably gonna switch to more heals, and then if we're just owning them, I'm damage boosting the like everyone. Especially if we have zero deaths and like we just have a cloak and dagger that's just carrying all the heals, like even like a Loki, then I'm not gonna do jack shit as Mantis. I'm just gonna damage boost everyone and then save ult for like when we really need it. Yeah, I kind of wanted to play Marvel Rivals instead of playing Minecraft, but I just thought that like I really need to build up my survival world if I want to play on it more, which is kind of what I'm doing now since I literally have the bare bones like inventory. I have a single bundle, like half iron, half stone tools. I have leather armor that I picked up from a shipwreck. Like I don't even have enough iron to make a full set. I haven't even gone caving in this world. I've probably spent enough time in this world than my fastest like RSG unofficial run, and I have severely uh I say severely less is an understatement. I have much less than what I think I should have. I'm gonna start making infinite water source since the closest water I see is there. Unless I want to steal their water over there. Yeah, they don't need that water. I mean, they're not gonna go over that tiny hill just to collect the crops that are on this large ledge here. They don't need that. Okay, speaking of Minecraft, uh, I've been trying to get on mctiers.com, and it's just impossible with like the queue. I could check right now. Uh, there's been one tier tester that's been tier testing like 50 people a day, and the queue's always full. Now, for reference, the max queue is 20 people, and I've only been there once. Like, if the queue opens for 30 seconds, it's already too late because the queue is gonna be full by then. And I don't want to like hit to queue up like immediately in case like I'm the first one there, because I'd have to like quickly boot up Minecraft, do all this stuff, and then like I might not even be ready to uh just do PvP in general. I've done Minecraft server speedruns, like CubeCraft, stuff like that. Not on the official listing though, which I do kind of want to do as long as it's like sub 130, I'd say. I think for me that should be doable, but then again, uh one of my friends points out that Minecraft speedrunning is all purely RNG. Like there's barely any skill that has to go into it. And I kind of agree, but you also can't be like that one guy who can't uh speed build a portal. Like I guess like only like the basics to be like a decent enough Minecrafter is what you have to be at the bare minimum to have a good run. And then there's like IDAR, there's E-Ray. I mean, I could do that stuff like right now. Like, wow. There's clearly a village over here. 20 entities. And then nothing. And I could just do this. And then boom. Village, trial chamber, mob spawners. Like, that stuff you could probably learn in like an hour at most. But like Minecraft PvPs, it's mostly stuff like you have to like ingrain in your head. What I'm talking about is like attacking distance. Okay, yeah, this guy's good. Like I want to be close enough to hit them, so then once they realize they get hit, they try to like hit me back, but they already got that knockback and they can no longer hit me, so I'll just like continue the combo. But like that's also like it's like an S shaped curve, you could say. Like this is like all the people who like don't know what the recharge meter is. Like once you learn all that stuff, you'll start to learn more. And like there's this point where it starts to like level off and it becomes so much harder to like learn of new tech to like become better at PvP. And the PvP I'm talking about is just sword PvP. Like you don't get any equipment whatsoever. So when I say like raw combat knowledge, I mean like literally just knowing how to do like PvP. And like some of the best people you probably know are not even like high tier 2. If you don't know the tiers, it goes high tier 1, low tier 1, and then high tier 2, high tier 3, high tier 4, high tier high tier 5, low tier 5. Again, like there's being like high tier 2, low tier 2, high tier 3, low tier 3, stuff like that. I just tried to simplify it. And like, okay, this is like a bad example, or not really a bad example, but like a basis. If any of you guys know Clown Pierce, he's often speculated to be high tier 3. And Evbo, who's been like doing all the parkour civilization, PvP civilization, stuff like that, he's actually low tier 3. But like between those tiers, Clown Pierce wins about like 2 to 1. And then we have uh the best PvPer on mctiers.com, which is Marlo, and she's like high tier 1, low tier 1, probably a couple high tier 2s, if any. And Clown Pierce didn't even get a single win on Marlo in UHC. So like that just shows the gap between like a high tier one low or high tier three, low tier three, and then a high tier three with a high tier slash low tier one. Uh, I don't really know like anyone else's like Dream. I'm assuming Dream is gonna be like a high tier three, low tier two. So when people like mention like Dream versus Clown Pierce, it's obviously gonna be a close fight, but they're not even like the best in terms of PvP either. Heck, Marlo's not even the best in sword PvP. That that goes to Kyla's, who I guess recent's a good enough term. Recently got high tier one, and there can only be one high tier one for that tier list. And like one of the things that I try to do to get better at PvP is to like copy their keybinds. And when I tried Clown Pierce's keybinds, I just couldn't even do it. Like I just did not understand how to like switch between everything that he did. So I use my own keybinds. Here Q1 2 3 4 RVG 5 4 EF. Uh, it might be weird to people, but I feel like this is most comfortable for me. Obviously, I want to keep 1 2 3 4 since they're like right above the movement keys. Uh, I used to run with R. Now it's left shift, and then my crouching is left alt. If you watch my speedrunning series on one of my other channels, I did accidentally alt F4 because I was shifting F5 around like a corner. Or no, I was trying to F5 around a corner. And then I just uh fat fingered F4. Yeah, that was probably not the greatest moment in Minecraft speedrunning history. But you know, stuff happens. Ooh, advancements. Dude, I could not sit down and play Minecraft for like what 28 hours is it to get all advancements? Is that Feinberg's record? That's just insane to me. Like maybe if I got paid probably like $150 to attempt all advancements, not or not attempt, like actually get an all advancements run, like a verified run, I might take it, but that's just a lot of mental work for me that I low key would not want to do. Like all that. If you look my name up on speedrun.com, all of my speedruns are literally all less than 10 minutes. And that's the range that I want my speedruns to be in. Like I just want like dumb quick achievements or uh quick records. Like I have the record for fastest crop on Cube Games, CubeCraft, Minerware, category extensions, and that was honestly fun because it's all just like maxing out your mouse's DPI and just like swiping down as hard as you can while like spam clicking. Uh, since then you can no longer get the record because of the way CubeCraft updated uh the way that game mode is played. So I'm like forever like the king of fastest drops in technical terms, which is kind of neat, but it's also kind of useless because I doubt anyone's gonna be like fiending for that record. Who knows? Maybe there's just like a crop like fanatic that wants that record, but I also could be wrong or just insanely right. Another, like okay, I want to do like a speedrun of a random Roblox game. Not like an obby or like one of the I might do one of like the story ones. I like there's a Pop Tart speedrun category. There's like cook and eat a Pop Tart, something like that. I want to speedrun that, but like I also just don't want to learn the tech for it. Like there's so many exploits that go into uh doing a speedrun to a point where like you can either like use a glitch or just like an actual like in-game mechanic and just exploit that to get a run. So much that like people speedrun I think Undertale in less than an hour. I'm gonna double check that right now. Cause I did see a video that Toby Fox wanted to put an Easter egg in Undertale where if a player was uh when the player got to like the judgment room or I think that's what it's called in like a certain amount of time, Sans would just stall so that the speedrunner would like get annoyed or something like that. Yeah, it says here for 1.02 a neutral full game run is 55 minutes long, and then glitchless is an hour too. And whatever TPE is, TPE glitchless is an hour 44. Like even in like hour long speedruns, I would not want to do because that's also like if you're like 45 minutes in and you're already at like top 10, all that 40 minutes is gone if you like do a miss input that would like lose you like another minute from like world record. I guess you could get like a PR, but then like what's the point if you're already top 10 and like you're like just that enough closer to record? In my mind, I think it's just worth more to reset, but I just don't want to be put in that scenario ever, which is why I don't speedrun long categories. Like I'd speedrun levels, like that sounds fun, but not a whole category. I think there was a Legend of Zelda speedrun category in one of the extra categories called like dog with a butter on it. I would want to run that, but I'm not a Zelda speedrunner. Okay, so Minecraft is adding the copper golem, even though like it lost the mob vote. So people want like all the other mobs too. But that blaze looking mob from like forever ago, I personally hate that mob. It just does not look like it'd fit in Minecraft. Like it looks like a Minecraft Dungeons boss, bro. Like just like the wall of blaze rods just does not look that appealing. If they change the look of it, I'd consider being in Minecraft, but I'd much rather tough golems. We could have like a whole like golem update, bro. Like I want the tough golem. We could probably have a maybe a skulk golem, like a mob that can behave similar to the warden, but it's passive. We need golem pets. Like you can make an iron golem, but like it's not gonna follow you around and you can't tell it to like sit down or anything like that. Like I want a golem pet. Like I feel like that'd be the best thing ever. That might just be me though. I don't know. Like snow golems are cool, and then we have iron golems, which are like the main hitters. But like that's just about it. I want a golem that can like just be a friend or like a little pet. But, like uh not in terms of like them doing work for you. I just like want them to be around me. So like a survival world feels less lonely. I mean like sure you have dogs, but like you can't actually like have a conversation with a dog and expect it to like listen to what you're saying. I guess you can't do that with a golem either, but I guess like the golem would supposedly like look at least somewhat humanoid, like the bare minimum standing on two legs. That would be fun. I really wish they have the tough gold. Like I just like the way it looks, and also because it's made out of tough. Tough is my favorite Minecraft block. Actually, top 10 favorite Minecraft blocks. Uh, Another thing I don't really like is copper armor, because they say it's like the bridge between iron and leather, and it's gonna be more easily accessible. But that just means people are just bad at finding iron. I mean, iron is not that hard to come by, and I mean, it just might be me playing this game for like, what is it now? Like 15-ish years that's making me say this. But Minecraft is still super easy. We do not need more things to make the game easier. Like a matter of fact, I I really wish that copper armor increases the chance that you get struck by lightning. Because you make the lightning rod out of copper, so I'd assume that would have the same properties when you make it into armor, right? Like, yes, I agree, copper is just like a decoration block, but they could have revolutionized like redstone. So, like, the way you can think about it is redstone is like it's essentially the Minecraft's version of electronics. We could have had like a more mechanical like perspective on redstone. That might just be the physicist in me talking though. Like cogs and like actual like moving stuff all could have been like within the realm of like stuff you can do with copper. And then like you could also just change the piston recipe. Instead of one piece of iron, it's one piece of copper. And then yeah, I don't, like I just don't know. I don't see the value of copper other than a decorational block with or without the new update that's coming along with it. I also feel like the 1.21.7 update is just it just kind of did not need to be its own release. You could have just added that with the copper stuff. Wow. My water bucket for 2 emeralds, and you're giving me an emerald for seeds. Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's actually wild. I like the fact you can actually like sell stuff to the wandering trader, but the prices are still super bad. I also don't see the reason why they just add more features to Bedrock and then not add it to Java when I thought their whole purpose was to make Bedrock be more like Java. Like again, different coding language, so there's gonna be different stuff to it. But then doesn't that also mean oh like they're coding 2 different games to have the same update? But that's also not that hard, I think. Yeah, I'm just waiting for nothing right now. I don't know if it's because like I have a dramatic rain resource pack or if it's actually this cloudy. Maybe I just ruined my dirt. Yeah, I've run out of stuff to talk about. Uh, I also I don't see the point of a 2 week Minecraft phase. Like I've barely gone burnt out from playing Minecraft. I get burnt out on the projects that I do on Minecraft. Some examples are mostly just build related, but like if I'm getting bored on a build, I'll just switch to like something else, you know? Like in one of like my friend servers I was playing on, like I was building this lab, right? And when I get bored of like just thinking of like all the computational stuff of like item transportation and stuff like that, I'm like, okay, I'll just build the lab instead. So like I just don't have anything to not do when playing Minecraft. I'm also like just more patient than like a lot of other people in my generation, I guess, since I don't exactly fit in terms of like attention span. Because I've never gotten TikTok. I mean, I literally just like what like not even last month. I'd say like 9 months ago, just got on Instagram Reels. But I also just don't really like the algorithm either. I'd rather have random stuff than like stuff that they think I want to watch. Okay, it's gotta be nighttime now. I could just go into the savannah and look, right? Like, is this not? That's the west, bro. It's literally nighttime. Look how orange that sunset is. What's he doing over there? Oh my gosh. Protector of no village. You can drink milk? Buddy. Why do you need a water bucket then? Just drink your milk, go to my infinite water source, and get the water yourself. You're not taking my bucket from me. Okay. I don't know if I have the book on me right now. I guess I have it somewhere else. But I've been reading this book called uh like the theoretical minimum for physics. And I just think it's just really funny how like physicists talk. Like all the footnotes are just gags and jokes. So I was like reading up on quantum mechanics, and there was like a small segment on like how a qubit works. And I was just thinking to myself, or yeah, like damn. Like they just don't care about like I guess l- like I don't know, like it's not professional, but it's also not like literary. Like it's not like you're reading a well, I try to look for oak trees just with mine and acacia. Like it's not like reading a lab report or reading like J.K. Rowling, something like that. But like it's just like you're reading text from like a stranger. Or not like a stranger, it's like someone like you used to know. Like they were talking about qubits and uh they make an analogy with an apparatus and like essentially like the apparatus is just a box with like an arrow and like when they mention like that the apparatus was a box they just tell us that like there's no cat in it because quantum mechanics haha Schrodinger's experiment. And I just found out like quite odd to have that as a footnote. Like when you see footnotes in like what like Socrates, Shakespeare, he usually like defines like a term that they used back then, but like we don't use now, and like what it actually means. Like when Socrates or no, when Shakespeare like calls someone an egg, or when what's his name, Mr. Capulet, is that his name? When Mr. Capulet like says that, oh shoot, my knowledge is really testing me. Tybalt is a saucy boy. Like that's supposed to be a compliment, but like we just didn't understand, or we just never used that phrase since like probably like Shakespeare. I don't know. I don't know what else to talk about. I'm getting to the stage of just talking to myself. Like I'm just like doing random parkour, not even working on like what I'm actually supposed to be working on, which is a little farm. I'm not even halfway done. I want to terraform this like all the way to that tree. And I got two plots of wheat so far. This is all gonna be wheat. All of that is probably gonna be like potatoes, and over there's gonna be carrots, and then even further is beetroots, and then over here is gonna be all the farms and stuff that's going to eventually taper off to more residential living into like an urban medieval center. You think this is large enough? That's like 6 wide. I'll make it 7. This needs 4 even. What kind of music do y'all listen to? Like, I give like the vaguest answer because that is generally what I listen to. Like, I listen to literally anything. Like, someone came up to me and like showed me this video of uh like it wasn't the official Pokemon rap where like they rap with like all the Pokemon. It's they did a Pokemon rap with all the Pokemon up to the Alola region, and they said this was the type of song I would listen to. I mean, like, yeah, it's a banger. Like, I don't care much for the like, if it has a good lyrics, I'm gonna listen to it. If it has like a good beat, I'm gonna listen to it. Like, it could have like poor quality in like everything, but like one really good quality, and like I'd probably listen to it. Heck, I listen like there was a period in time I listened to Minecraft Cito, and not just for like a week. I listened to it for like maybe a couple years. It's not. I don't know if it's in my playlist. Is it even on my Spotify? Oh my gosh, it's on Spotify. Okay, it's in my playlist again. But yeah. Like I have almost every genre of music I want to say in like just my playlist of songs. I might have to I don't want to actually like check. Like I have good songs, bad songs. I don't know if I have thick of it. Like sometimes you need to throw dirt on the gems, you know what I'm saying? Uh okay, thick of it is not in my playlist, but there was a Bad Boy Halo song that I thought was like really corny. I think it was called Muffin. Muffin is in my playlist though. That just goes to show that like I'd listen to any song but think of it, I guess. But I do want to put think of it into my playlist just so like I have a song that I could skip if I wanted to, but if there's someone in the car with me, they're gonna listen to the song along with me. I actually had another friend tell me that I had a good taste in music while like I was on aux, and let me tell you, that playlist was not like the full playlist. That's the playlist I play in front of other people so they don't think I'm like really weird. Hold on, if you wanna, I'll give you guys a vaguely weird song that I uh seldomly oftenly listen to. Uh it's called Anime Girl by Shiki, TMNS, Kodama Boy, and Big Gay. Honorable mention is Anime Thighs by MC Version and Wonder. So if you want to see my taste in music, there you go. I don't think I'm gonna go any more deeper than this. I'll just round this off. The worst part of having to terraform is that if you want to make it look good, you have to make the surrounding look good. So you have to like you kind of have to prepare the surroundings as well as like the main focus of the build. Like in order to round that out, I have to flatten this part as well, so it doesn't look like it just immediately just like clips off. Even though I could do that, I just don't have the necessary items to do so. I guess that looks more decent. Like this has to like be more concave down. That's the best way I can describe it. And yep. Let me know if I should do more of these random talks to fill your brain. I've been going on for an hour now.